never thought you'd do. Taking it day by day, it seems like you lost your way. Even when you win, it still feels like you lose. I wish that you could see what I see. You're so much stronger than what you think. No sleep, cause if you do, then you dream nightmares, but I'll be there for everything. Just think of me.
Hashtag let's fucking go.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
Good Thursday morning, everybody. What is up? What up, Man-Bear?
Oh, man, it's warm. It's like 30, man. It's 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
We're back down to the cold. It feels like negative 23 kind of morning.
Don't you dare send that stuff to me. I ain't want none of that.
Never, ever. Good morning, everybody. Cheers. Cheers. One second. Heating up now.
Get to try out a new buster I got for my mother-in-law, bro.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's fucking dope.
Yeah. Actually, my dumb ass forgot my original one at my father-in-law's last night. I had a really good chill night last night.
Good morning, my beautiful Amber. How are you, dear? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Crystal. Welcome to Thursday. We got that. I'm excited. Sorry. I love that.
Good morning, Blunt Man. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Deb Rose. How are you doing?
Good morning, Kay. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Nikki. How are you this fine Thursday morning?
Good morning, Ash. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Bill. What's up, Superman? How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Double Dice Brad. How are you, man? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Ma. How you doing?
Good morning, Heather. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Vicki. My white tiger. Go win tonight. Sorry.
Maybe. Hey, good morning, Sammy. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
What's going on, Charity? How are you doing?
Good morning, Fabi. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Mindy Jane. What's going on?
All right. Oh, where did it go? Here we go. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Let's wake and bake. I fucking love this song.
The morning's here, the horizon glows. With every comment, a connection grows. Coffee steam rises, a comforting sight. Your smiles, your vibes make the day feel right. The Cove awakens, together we shine. Each of you here is a blessing divine. Cannabis sparks and the laughter flows. In this sunrise moment, the magic shows. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you. Through every dawn, we've built this bond. A family of light, stretching far and beyond. Rolling the herb, sharing the brew. Moments like this feel sacred with you. The rhythm of life, gentle and kind, echoes in hearts with peace intertwined. Together we stand as the morning breaks. A sunrise with you is all it takes. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you. Every smile you share, every story told, a treasure we hold, more precious than gold. You lift the light, you brighten the way. The Cove feels alive with you every day. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Oh, do we have? I want to. Okay, we got it. Good morning, James. How are you, man? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Yarg, Mr. Austin. Good morning, brother. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Good morning, CJ. How are you, dear? I hope you are having a wonderful morning. How is everybody's morning going so far? Our morning update for Thursday, January 23rd, 20-something or another. We are 4 minutes out from that first 4:20 of the morning. I hope everybody's starting off to a wonderful start to their day. We'll start with yesterday. Super sorry about the morning show deal. We're back. Cove's back. I fucking hate that. That song is so relevant all the fucking time. That was a one-time only song, and now, no. Anyway, and much love to everybody that showed up to the Dabber Chick show yesterday. That was dope. We learned about limonene, or as I call it, lemon limonene. It just sounds better.
It's almost a song. Lemon limonene, lemon limonene.
Lemon and a limonene, pick them both up.
Right?
Hey, that was not bad.
Hey, we need to work on this after the show.
We need to work on that. And then great chilling in the Cove yesterday afternoon. Congrats to my brother for winning the Stoner Roulette Trophy. That's the third time of winning now.
Shit.
Great shit yesterday. That was a lot of fun. And then a super off night. I fell asleep pretty early last night.
Yeah, I went to my father-in-law's and watched some hockey. It was actually really good. Yeah, actually, it's the only place I really get to watch sports. I get I don't have the right Prime package to get all the Eastern games, and I was choked because I went to watch I can't remember who yesterday. And it's like, oh, just subscribe for $22.99. And I was like, oh, go fuck yourself for $22.99. But yeah, it was really good. He ordered some Chinese food, which I haven't had in quite a while, and obviously ate too much. But yeah.
This morning we'll have this day in history. We'll have our morning speaker, and then we'll do some Dodgeball News Network. This afternoon, we got week 3 regular season games this afternoon, and then the one and only Turf Wars, where we'll see if the Cobras can climb to 17 properties.
Ain't gonna happen, brother.
Oh, much love, Ans. Thank you.
Ain't gonna happen, though. You stand at Mr. 16.
I'll take Mr. 16 for a while. That's fine. The only family to ever hit 16 properties.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll give you that one. You can have that one. See how I said one with the exclamation point, right? Touching it, no space. That's 2 characters. One exclamation. Space counts as characters, man.
It does. It's dumb. How I?
That doesn't work. Okay. If you had to count every space after you've already wrote something, you'd be like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are 2 minutes out, probably a minute and a half out.
Is this the same sunrise as yesterday? Or am I just
not yesterday? No, we weren't on yesterday morning. But no, this is this is a different new sunrise.
Okay. I like the waves, man. Honestly, I was fortunate enough to be taken to Hawaii when I was younger, and it reminds me of that because we used to walk.
This is supposedly the first sunrise of the day every day, because this comes out of Eastern New Zealand. So
beautiful.
It technically is the first sunrise of the day.
It's beautiful, man. We were walking on the beach at 5 a.m. in Hawaii, and it was 30 degrees, bro.
It's crazy.
Oh yeah, man. Actually, no. It was probably a lot warmer than that. I'm lying. It was probably 70. I'm thinking freaking Canadian for some reason for a minute there.
All right, we are in our final countdown. Make sure you're grinding up, loading up, packing up, rolling up, heating up, warming up, coffeeing up, waking up. On the up and up.
I didn't say you could give permission. I don't have to wake up. I mean, you could tell me to wake up. I ain't got to wake up. No, I'm just...
It's fucking Thursday. Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go.
Happy 420.
Happy 420, everybody. Cheers.
Smoke weed every day.
I'm okay. Man-Bear's okay. Everything's fine. We're having a good time. Good morning, Christina. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Good morning, Cornbread. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning. Oh, can't breathe. Magic, how are you, brother? I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful, be a Kasha-tastic Thursday morning. Oh, so what does everybody got going on for their Thursday? It's fucking cold out, so nothing too crazy here.
It's not bad here. Actually, probably going to take a layer off here in a minute. Whew. I'm not used to these blue zigzags either, man. I'm smoking the thickies today. Whew.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're in week 32 of Turf Wars. That's a lot of weeks, bro.
And in 32 weeks, how many teams have been eliminated?
2. That's fucking wild.
That's wild. So many times. So many dodgeball matches could have changed the whole dichotomy of the entire what we're doing right now, because if teams were knocked out early, they might have had to start all over again. If there's going to be a winning team eventually, it's just not going to happen anytime soon.
We've talked
You know
about
what I'm saying, right?
Well, no, me and Kelsey sat down and had lots of discussions about the plan for after Turf Wars, or what the next plan is, or whatever. And so we're excited. It's going to be cool, but that's a long ways down the road, bro.
Oh yeah,
bro. Right. I bet it takes us a year and a half to clear through Turf Wars for real.
I would say definitely 2026.
I would say this time around 2026 is probably when we're getting closer to the end of Turf Wars. It started in June and July-ish. So this June, July-ish will put us at a year. And about next year, about this time, I bet we'll be close to finishing up Turf Wars. And because, I mean, especially, well, it depends on how long, because me and Kelsey have talked about different ways to extend, like once we get down to like 2 families, I mean, we're not just going to do like, oh, here's, that's our Turf Wars match. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Like, we're going to try to think of ways to lengthen it out to where it's more of a still the full, at least hour, 2-hour show.
Yeah. I mean, that's one reason why I know that we're doing 2 movies every movie review, because it's nice to have a choice. And I really like that some of my movies kind of tied in together, and then Magic, man, I don't know. I think he's picking better movies than me, man. I don't know. And then having people pick the movies for us in the comments was really cool. You picked an amazing movie for me, man.
Thank you.
Scanner Darkly. I can't wait to remove that.
I'm excited to hear y'all's reviews on Scanner Darkly and Shrooms and Corvette Summer, because those are some of my favorite movies. Corvette Summer is probably one of my top favorite movies.
I know
I remember watching that movie when I was like 7. And that Corvette has always stuck with me. I'm like, oh my Atlanta. I'm not a huge Corvette person, but that Stingray, oh goodness gracious.
That movie and Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man were 2 of my favorites. That's such a good movie, man. Oh, it is.
With a classic Cannonball Run movie.
Oh, come on. Yeah, man. Cannonball Run was my dad's favorite.
The movies from the 70s, early 80s were so good.
It's because the humor had nobody getting offended. People were literally just laughing.
Well, I don't even know if I would say that. It was just all sorts of things. I mean, from the action was different. The whole, I mean, even the filming of it was different. Like when you watch a movie from the 70s, there's that sense of nostalgia that's like, what is this in like 16 feet? I don't know.
Name a bad 70s movie that had like a bad intro song. You can't, because all the music was fire. Like, seriously, every intro and outro of a movie, of every credit song, oh my God, come on. It's all Free Bird and shit. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, dude, movies in that era and going up for all the music that was created is just unmatched. And now everyone's just trying to redo that. And basically, from what I see, a lot of music is just regurgitated from past songs. Like, one of my favorite artists is Dia Lupa and this other artist, but a lot of their tracks come from older songs. And they actually just took it and sped it up or slowed it down, which is cool.
Yeah.
But it's not original. It's cool, but it's not your stuff. I'm sorry. But we good.
Yeah, I know. I love Dua Lipa and Sia have a song together called Electricity, and I love that song. That's one of my favorite. For real, it's probably one of my favorite songs. If I had to classify it. When I say favorite songs, I'm talking like top 50.
Yeah. And like the reason why I say like they're not the original artists is Prince wrote all of his own music. He didn't sample nothing. He's like, I write all my own lyrics. Everything was Prince's music, right?
Well, it's like when people ask me what my favorite band is, I'm like, that's not a real question.
That's not a real question. You're
like,
right.
You can ask me what my favorite band is in a genre, and I could probably maybe tell you, but like overall, that's not even a real question. I can't even fucking fathom that question.
Why don't we really jump down the wormhole and say, what was your favorite musical artist from the 90s? Okay, well, everybody came out in the 90s, so how long do you got?
What, like a favorite? I couldn't pick a favorite.
Nope. I don't think I could.
I like them equally differently.
Yes, that's the perfect way of putting it. Like, I don't know. It's like when some song comes on, do you actually get goosebumps and start dancing and get a memory? Or is it like,
dude, I get goosebumps more from music than anything else in my life.
Yep. Absolutely. And it's so weird how it hits you, because the thing I love about music is you don't know when it's going to hit you.
Or especially like new songs. When you listen to something for the first time and you get goosebumps, you're like, this is some real shit.
I just listened to a really good old song by Rise Against, and I hadn't heard it before, and I was like, oh my God, this slaps so hard right now. Like, it's got this guitar solo that just, honestly, I hate to say it, well, not hate to, I love to say it. It reminded me of one of your guitar solos from your songs, just the way it winds out and just, I was like, oh man. Like, yeah, I play guitar. I'm a big guitar fan. So anything with guitar, I show appreciation. Just like how we were doing all that stuff on John Mayer, and I don't like him and his music, but I like his bluesy style music. I love how he plays guitar. He's an amazing guitar player.
Dude, don't get me wrong, I get it. Like, John Mayer has some songs that I'm not a huge fan of, but I would say the 80-20 rule, I do like 80% of John Mayer's music, and I'm a huge fucking advocate of John Mayer.
Do you want to know my horrible thing I say about John Mayer, although I do not have any disrespect, is I feel like when I started hearing his stuff, I'm sorry, I felt like he was kind of like a male Taylor Swift. I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for that, but it was kind of like it was really mellow.
I get what you're saying, but it was a different time.
It was.
And it was more of an on an indie scale, so that there was more there for acceptable.
So the reason why I actually brought him up is because of the song Beat It that Fall Out Boy did, right? He does the solo in the middle of that. Who did the solo for Michael Jackson's Beat It?
Who?
Eddie Van Halen.
Oh, nice.
And he did it for free. Whoever did it, he did it for free, because they were like, well, how much do you want for it? He's like, it's Michael Jackson. I'm not going to take your money. Are you kidding me? I could do a solo forever on a Michael Jackson song. Wouldn't you have that as a note? Just saying. Yeah.
All right, we'll play a song, and then we'll jump into This Day in History. Everybody, cheers.
Perfect.
Where mornings glow, a place where hearts find room to grow. Coffee's brewing, the day feels right, sparking joy in the morning light. Palm trees sway, skies painted blue. Every moment feels alive and true. We gather here, a paradise divine, Cove, where vibes align. It's good to see you. The day begins in the Cove, where connection wins. Cannabis clouds and sunshine's kiss. Together we rise in a morning like this. Whispers, the breeze runs free. A canvas painted with tranquility. Coffee warms as the herb ignites, uniting souls in the Cove's delight. Golden sunlight kisses the shore. that we all adore. Together we dream, together we stay. The Cove lights our path each day. It's good to see you, the day begins. In the Cove, where connection wins. Cannabis clouds and sunshine's kiss. Together we rise in a morning like this.
Good morning, Angela. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning. Holy moly.
Yeah, Christina. Yeah, I have really bad inflammation problems from skateboard injuries in my neck's one of my bad ones. Is I have a hard time. I can't look down, so my neck is like this for a long period of time, or it gives me bad headaches and migraines. Also, sleeping wrong. One disadvantage of actually having short hair is I used to grab the back of my hair to crack my neck, and now I got nothing to freaking grab. So
Ooh, that's weird, though.
yeah. Well, yeah, because the way it pulls your head, though, I know it sounds weird, but I actually watch chiropractors and people who do like neck and back cracking, so I don't do it wrong, because you can really fuck up your vertebrae in your neck if you do it wrong.
My neck, my back. That
Shut
shit
up!
needs
And
to
I knew you were gonna fucking do that. As soon as I said that, I was like, he's gonna fucking yeah.
All right, here we go, everybody. This day in history with Vicki B.
Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for January 23rd. January 23rd is the 23rd day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, with 342 days remaining to the end of the year, unless it's a leap year, and then there are 343 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is viable. Viable is an adjective that means capable of living, such as a viable skin graft. Capable of growing or developing, such as viable seeds or viable eggs. Capable of working, functioning, or developing adequately, such as a viable alternative. Capable of existence or development as an independent unit, such as a viable colony. Having a reasonable chance of succeeding, such as a viable candidate or a viable peace deal. Or financially sustainable, such as a viable enterprise. The word viable comes to us from French and Middle English, originally from Latin, where it meant life. First known use of the word viable is around 1832. Viable. The Dutch, in general, both in the Netherlands and in Belgium, have a long history of entrepreneurial activities. You've got the Dutch East India Company, the first multinational conglomerate, and the Dutch tulip market bubble of the 1600s, for instance. Before that, in the 1500s, the Bourse at Antwerp opened as a commodity exchange or stock exchange. A British merchant named Sir Thomas Gresham did business there in Antwerp, Belgium, and his man on the ground there had observed several things at Antwerp and informed his employer in detail about what he was seeing. In particular, and relative to today's item, was a building known as the Bourse in Antwerp that had been purpose-built as a commodities exchange center. Mr. Gresham, who is known as the father of English banking, had built and established the Royal Exchange as London's first purpose-built center for trading stocks, modeled after the Bourse in Antwerp. And this opened on January 23, 1571. Mr. Gresham added retail space later on. The Royal Exchange building was destroyed by fire twice, but rebuilt both times, and the Royal Exchange as a business still exists to this day. On January 23rd, 1986, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inducted its first members: Little Richard, Chuck Berry, James Brown, Ray Charles, Sam Cooke, Fats Domino, the Everly Brothers, Buddy Holly, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Elvis Presley. Phil and Don Everly were a pair of brothers from a musical family. Notable for their harmonies, they were active as a duo from 1951 to 1973, took a break as a duo to pursue solo careers, and then reunited as a duo in 1983 and continued performing together until 2004. Over the course of their career, they made over 50 albums and released 75 singles. 11 of those were number one singles. Of those, today we're going to talk about their song, Let It Be Me. Originally written and performed in French. Unfortunately, my French isn't confident enough to attempt to pronounce the original title of the song or the name of the original artist, but the song was written by French lyricist Pierre Delanoë. An English version of the song was released by a pop singer named Jill Corey in 1957. The Everly Brothers got hold of the song and released it in 1960. Let It Be Me by the Everly Brothers made it to number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. Let It Be Me by the Everly Brothers. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That playlist lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page. It's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
Much love, Vicki Bowers. Thank you so much. Please make sure that you are following the one and only Vicki Bowers on Facebook and YouTube and Rumble and BitChute. And fucking love me some Everly Brothers.
Did you say Odyssey? She's on Odyssey too.
Yeah, Odyssey. And BitChute. Okay. And there's a song of the day.
Yeah.
Right? It's fucking crazy. I was just thinking about, like, I can't believe you came on the show. You know, it's been about, I don't even know when the last time, like, when we started doing This Day in History. It was, I know it was before March or before.
When did I really start doing the morning show? It was like
July, August.
July, August, yeah.
And so, yeah, I don't even remember, but yeah, it's been dope. It's been amazing, and I love it so much now that we watch it. And she kind of is working with us, and I'd love to have her back on some morning.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sure. Oh, go ahead.
She's always had very interesting things to say, no matter what.
I was just gonna say she's got so many stories. I bet that we could sit and listen to for hours and hours. I was just thinking about, like, the other day getting which I doubt it because he lives in Portland now. Would have Wally G come back on the show because he just has so many stories for days.
Yeah, I think that's hilarious that he's in Portland. That's where my wife was born.
Yeah, he moved out there last November, so I want to say.
Yeah. Have you talked to him? Is he doing good?
Yeah, he's doing good. I mean, I don't talk to him as much as I used to, obviously, but yeah, he's doing great. I lived a block away from Wally G for fucking 7 years, I bet.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's why me and him are we'd always been such good friends. If I wasn't working or whatever, he'd come over and we'd work on shit together and music and all sorts of bullshit. Like, he was sitting next to me on the fucking, in the office or whatever, in the studio shit, while I was creating a lot of the music, the older music that I play. Like, some of the songs I played this morning, I'm sure that he was sitting right next to me.
Yeah, one of them hit me pretty hard. You know which one, man. I was like, oh, snap.
I know. I was just like, let's go old school this morning. Yeah, those are songs that I made a long, long time ago.
First time I heard that one song, bro, was probably the week I met you guys, man. Guarantee that was probably the week, because that hit me like, whoa. I heard that and I was like, that's...
It could be. I remember I used to play a lot of that, like my older music and stuff like that.
That was one of the intro songs, I think, or the outro songs. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, a lot's changed since fucking last January. I was thinking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's just Thursday. Yeah, no, yesterday was good. I love our Wednesdays. So it's relaxing. And then Thursday rolling into dodgeball and turf wars. Always exciting.
Yes, I'm super duper excited for turf wars tonight. But
yeah.
1 second.
You know what should do around here today? If it snows much more, I might actually have a little bit of shoveling, but it's because of the light dusting we're getting right now.
Yeah, we don't have shit. We got a little bit of like snow last night, but nothing.
Yeah, we haven't, like I said, we haven't really had a winter yet. It's been so not winter. I don't know how else to say it.
It's fucking crazy.
And like we're supposed to be like winter town, man. Like we're supposed to have plows.
It's supposed to be winter town.
Dude, there should be plows. Like I should be hearing plows already. Like this morning, like clearing the highways and everything, and there's like nothing because there's not enough. And it's worse that we're getting a small amount of snow. Do you know what I mean? Because we get a small amount of snow and then it basically freezes over the roads. Nobody clears it because it's not enough to even get the plows out, right? So then if the weather warms up after the snow, it just turns everything to a big sheet of ice. I mean, our highways are just ugh. People laugh.
Like our shit's all fucked up because like we lay salt like crazy.
Well, from what I was told from other provinces, which is everyone's gonna laugh at me, is we're one of the last remaining provinces that all of our highways aren't 4+ lanes. We have some highways that are still like 2 lanes in sections because of mountains and stuff. And I was like, well, why don't you just make it all? I'm like, we can't, because those other 2 lanes would put you in a river or into the mountain, and we're not making any more tunnels. We already made so many tunnels through the mountains. I don't know if you knew that, but a lot of our highways go through mountains. Like there's big ass.
Yeah, it was like you can't just like plow snow to the side of a tunnel in the tunnel. Like you got to remove that shit.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there probably doesn't get that much snow inside of a tunnel because I'm an idiot. That's great.
Well, there's about 3 different ways you can go from here to where I used to live down on the coast, and as you go, there's a way that we went. You go through all these tunnels.
Bro, I was for real like, how do they get the snow out of the tunnel? I think it's time for more dabs. Let's watch a Bruce too.
Oh, you said the magic morning words.
I don't know if we've seen this one.
You say that, and then you're like, oh, wait.
Push the wrong button.
You pull the magic.
Oh, man, it's a great morning. All right, here we go. Let's fucking try this again.
All right. Now, a lot of you may already know this, but I like to have a drink from time to time. And by all means, I'm no Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I like to think that I have a decent tolerance and I can hold my own. Now, of course, that's not always been the case. I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere, right? So today, I'm going to tell you about the first time that I got drunk. And of course, it's not a pretty story. It's a lot like everybody else's story about the first time they blacked out and made an ass of themselves. Oh, God, the first time I got drunk, I puked in the bushes, broke up with my boyfriend, and then shat in my own bed. That's great, Aunt Carol. Can you pass the mashed potatoes, please? But I'm going to tell the story anyways because this is my shitty cartoon channel and I feel like telling it. But before I do that...
Cruise 2 Films does not condone binge drinking in any way, shape, or form. Alcohol is bad for you, it makes you smell like divorce, and it's the reason why your Uncle Rick sleeps on your couch.
Oh, God damn it. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's set the stage. It's roughly 10 years ago, and my roommate Brewer just turned 21 years old, and we're looking to celebrate. How are we going to celebrate, you ask? Oh, we're going to fucking drink like pirates. What do you think? But since we were both broke as hell back then, our options on alcohol were very limited. After all, your beer budget's pretty slim when you're having utilities shut off on a routine basis. So naturally, we got a case of the cheapest, shittiest beer we could find. No, even shittier than that. Shittier still, keep going. Whoa, way too far. No, we're not fucking animals, Jesus Christ. There, that's the one, perfect. So we have some friends over, we start drinking some beers and we're playing some cards. Well, imagine my surprise when I find out that I hate the taste of beer. I thought it was yucky back then. which was crazy to me because my ass grew up watching Stone Cold Steve Austin two-fisted cold ones every Monday night. How the hell could I not like beer? Maybe it tastes different if you drink it on top of a turnbuckle in your underwear. I don't know. But fortunately for me, Brewer didn't just get shitty beer to drink. He also got an equally shitty bottle of tequila. And we're talking bottom of the barrel stuff here. This ain't no Jose Cuervo. This is like Jose fucking hell the fuck no. This is a very unauthentic bottle of tequila. It's about as Mexican as my high school Spanish teacher and shit. Pico de Gallo. Por favor? Grassy ass. Now, let me just say, learning how to drink on shitty tequila is a terrible idea. It's like trying to learn how to ride a bike as a kid on fucking Evel Knievel's rocket cycle. That wasn't going to stop me because that night I was determined to get hammered. You guys dare me to take a shot for every hand that I lose? What? No, dude, that sounds like a terrible idea. Okay, do you double dare me? No, dude, are you fucking nuts? Okay, fine, I'll do it. I'll fucking do it, since you insist. Now, the name of the game that we were playing that night was Euchre. And for those of you that don't know, Euchre is a card game that we play out here in the Midwest. And Euchre just so happens to pair very well with drinking copious amounts of alcohol. It's pretty much all we got to do out here in the Midwest. What can I say? But taking a shot for every hand that I lost in Euchre was stupid as hell. I mean, for one, I blew ass at Euchre. I had no business making that bet in the first place. And for two, since I never drank before, I had the alcohol tolerance of a fucking diabetic third grader. So throughout the night, I'm getting my ass kicked in, and I'm having to take shot after shot like I'm fucking Superman. Gulp, gulp. Oh god, it tastes like spicy piss. I hate it. And contrary to games like bowling or pool, I don't get better at Euchre the more that I drink. I just get shittier and shittier and shittier. Halfway through, my liver's yelling at me from the inside and shit. Stop calling Trump when you're four-suited, you stupid asshole! Are you trying to ruin us? Well, needless to say, about an hour goes by, and all of a sudden, I'm fucking drunker than a stepdad at a Little League game. Gulp, gulp. This doesn't taste like spicy piss anymore. This doesn't taste like anything anymore. So I stumble into the bathroom, and like a lot of people do their first time getting drunk, I look into the mirror, and I meet my drunk self for the first time. Whoa, wait a minute. Who the hell are you? Oh, well, I'm the drunk you. That's who I am. I'm a lot like sober you, but shittier, louder, and sometimes I think I know how to dance. Oh, okie dokie then. Now, at this point, things start to get a little hazy, because it's at this point your brain's like, hey, you can take it from here, right? I'm going to run down to the store and get a pack of smokes. Try not to fuck yourself up too bad, okay? Now, the last thing that I distinctly remember from that night was playing WrestleMania on the Nintendo 64, which everybody knows is the greatest wrestling game known to man. But since I'm drunker than a sophomore on prom night, Brewer is just beating my ass, which goes to show how drunk I was because Brewer sucks ass at WrestleMania. I was Stone Cold Steve Austin, for Christ's sake. He's over there beating my ass with the Blue Meanie of all people. But regardless, what happened after our little WrestleMania match, I couldn't tell you because, well, I wasn't there. I mean, sure, I was there physically, but my brain was off getting a pack of Marlboro Reds, remember? But according to everybody's testimony the next day, apparently I stood up on the couch and yelled something to the effect of, fuck the Blue Meanie. You guys want to see me do a drop kick for real? And then to nobody's amusement, I did a haphazard missile drop kick into the air and totally obliterated my shitty end table that I made in wood shop. Now that everybody's staring at me like I just ruined Christmas, I decided to do my finishing move. And that, of course, is where I throw up on the floor like a newborn baby. Blah. Oh, sick! What kind of circus shit is going on here? And just when you think I couldn't possibly make an ass of myself anymore, I fucking stick my hand in my own puddle of throw up. Now, why the hell would I do something like that? Well, again, I have no idea. I wasn't there. But I think I was just trying to make sure that it was all real. Like there was no way that I did that. This isn't my puke, is it? It doesn't feel like my puke. Well, it's at this point that everybody's just about finished with my fucking theatrics. So they cart me away, take me to bed like I'm a child. But just before they close my door, my drunk ass has the audacity to wish Brewer one final happy birthday. Hey, happy birthday. Blech. Oh, God. The next morning, I wake up with what I would call a hangover from hell. My mouth tastes like the inside of a porta potty. My head feels like it was shoved up an asshole of some sort. I stumble out to the living room that now looks like a fucking crime scene from an episode of Law & Order, and I'm totally baffled. Whoa, what happened? Who the hell broke my end table? I got a B- on that goddamn thing. You did, you stupid drunk idiot. And then you fucking played patty cake with your puddle of puke like some kind of sick asshole. So needless to say, the moral of this story is pretty simple. Number one, don't drink a bunch of shitty tequila like it's the end of the world. Number two, don't make shitty bets on euchre when you suck ass at euchre. And number three, don't put your hand in your own throw up like some kind of drunk animal and ruin the whole goddamn birthday party. The end.
That's fucking great. Definitely couldn't relate to that story one bit. That's fucking awesome. I love the Brewsters. They're so inappropriately amazing.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Good morning, Waylon Maccabee.
Hey, yeah, good morning, Waylon. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, man. It's gonna be a pretty dope day. We do have dodgeball coming up today. I'm fucking excited for that. Other than that, it's just cold as craziness out.
Yeah, it's actually snowing. Here, it's actually not cold for once. It's been like, what have I been telling you? Like 14, 20 degrees Fahrenheit here. Now we're like a 30 plus, I think.
Where it feels like negative 22.
Yeah, see, we don't get a lot of wind here, so the feel doesn't always go up and down so much.
Good morning, Box Man. How are you, brother?
What up,
Hope
Box
you're having
Man?
a wonderful, wonderful morning. We can do our back-to-back track attack and do our morning speaker.
Sounds great, man.
All right, go ahead, Man-Bear.
Do something nice for a stranger today.
Yo, it's a new day, time to shine that light. Do something good, make the world feel right. From the Rockies to the lakes, under sky so blue. Man-Bear's got the love and it's all for you. Help a stranger, flash a smile their way. A little kindness can make their day. In this big old world, be the best you can. Man-Bear's got the plan, lend a hand, my man. Be yourself, ain't no one like you. You're rare, you're bold, and you're shining through. Spread that love, make someone's day. Man-Bear's wisdom shows the way. From snowy peaks to skies so clear. Kind words and vibes we all should hear. Stay cool, stay kind, let the good vibes grow. Be the change in the world that we all want to know. Hey! North where the spirit stays strong. We roll with love, keep the groove lifelong. Hold the door, share a laugh, it's simple and true. We're all in this together, me and you. Grab your boots and your toque, let your heart take the lead. Every small action plants a kindness seed. Stay real to yourself, let the kindness shine. Man-Bear's here to say, the future's divine. Be yourself, ain't no one like you. You're rare, you're bold, and you're shining through. Spread that love, make someone's day. Man-Bear's wisdom shows the way. From snowy peaks to skies so clear. Kind words and vibes we all should hear. Stay cool, stay kind, let the good vibes grow. Be the change in the world that we all want to know. Wave that flag, red and white, so clean. We're sparking change, building the dream team. Man-Bear says keep pushing, lift up the crew. Be yourself, ain't nothing truer than you. Red and white so clean. We're sparking change, building the dream team. Man-Bear says keep pushing, lift up the crew. Be yourself, ain't nothing truer than you. Be yourself, ain't nothing truer than you. Take a breath, let this message guide. Man-Bear's words like a beacon inside. Do your thing, let your true self shine. One act of love at a time divine. Take a breath, let this message guide. Man-Bear's words like a beacon inside. Do your thing, let your true self shine. One act of love at a time divine.
Much love, everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Make sure you stop and take a breath.
Hey, take a moment, the world can wait. Feel the rhythm, let go of the weight. Your strength runs deep, it's always been there. Breathe it in, feel the love in the air. Each step you take is a brand new start. Beanz says you've got the fire in your heart. Lift yourself up, wipe off the dust. In your own strength you can trust. Beanz says just take a breath just for you. Feel the peace as it take a breath just for you. The sun is rising, your soul ignites. Feel the energy reach new heights. Challenges fade, your strength will grow. You've got the courage, let it show. Princess, stand tall, let the world see the beauty and strength that's in you and me. Every breath's a step toward the light. You're the spark that shines so bright. Just for you. Feel the peace as it carries through. Life's a wave, let it lift you high. Each moment glows like the morning sky. Breathe it in, let the calm reside. Find your strength, let it amplify. You're enough and your heart is true. Beanz says just take a breath, just for you. Just for you.
You good?
Yeah.
I could tell you were like half good.
Bro, these grape runs are delicious.
You're hitting the grape? I thought you were doing the claimer today. Back and forth?
Mostly the grape runs, but yeah, I've been kind of going back and forth.
So does it have a sweet taste to it a little bit, or do you got like a more of a other side of the spectrum?
What was that?
Does it taste sweet or like sour or like earthy? Like, I don't know. Kind of
It's super sweet. It's very good. I like it.
Oh, I love it.
I agree, Fabi. The saxophone is probably one of my favorite instruments. It's so dope. You can do so much with it.
I got some EDM saxophones. Is that
yes, dude?
Yes.
You need a bass line, baritone sax.
Yep.
Melody,
hell yeah.
tenor sax.
Yep.
Boom. I'm done. Okay. All right, everybody. It is Dodgeball morning, so this morning's morning speaker will be some sort of sportsy, themed something, and I'm very excited because this morning's morning speaker is the one and only Urban Meyer, coach for the Florida Gators, for the Ohio State Buckeyes, and here we go.
Group of people. I don't want to get into black, white, Polynesian, and when I was at Utah, or Southern, Northern, Eastern, West, it doesn't matter. Any group of people, and you take away their hope, and you take away their opportunity, it's combustible. It's going to blow up. Yeah. And I think it's our job, my coach's job, and our job, and this university's job, to make sure that we can't control some of what's going on in this world, but it's our job to make sure there's hope and opportunity for every player that comes through this program.
Welcome, everyone, back to the School of Greatness podcast. Very excited about this. Our guest is the legendary Urban Meyer. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. We're in the off season, but unfortunately, there's never an off season here. So we got a few minutes with you, and I'm very excited to be here. You know, the last time I was in this facility was 13 years ago. I did my pro day at Ohio State.
Yeah, I heard that.
I was playing at Capitol. And for whatever reason, they let a D3 guy come in here during the pro day with Santonio Holmes and AJ Hawk and Bobby Carpenter and those guys. It was probably the most nervous I've been in any football setting, seeing as Ohio State was a dream of mine. But I was kind of a late bloomer. Didn't really develop till my sophomore, junior year in college. But some good memories here. Running that 40 on that sprint turf was challenging time. But it's good to be back, and I'm glad to connect with you. You had a book come out a couple years ago, actually the same week that my book came out, and it's called Above the Line. If you guys don't have this yet, make sure you get this book. I rarely read many books. I have researchers that read for me when I'm interviewing people and give me the notes. But this was a book that I bought myself and read almost all of it. Super inspiring. Make sure you go get this book. Very powerful. And I'm just really grateful for who you are and who you've become as a human being. You know, you've had an incredible career as a coach. Joshua Harris is a buddy of mine that I used to train with.
Wow.
13 years ago at the some facility where the Columbus Destroyers train at. We would train for about 6 months together. And I texted him last night. He said, tell him he's the greatest and I love him very much. And wouldn't be where he is without you as a coach at Bowling Green.
Wow.
And you've had an incredible career as a coach, and you've transformed your entire mindset, which is what I'm really excited about. From being obsessive about things that hurt your mind, and I think that hurts your health, into now being obsessive about things that help you and help your team. So I'm really inspired by your transformation, Coach, and congrats on everything you've done.
Well, first of all, welcome home. And it's,
thank you.
We did our homework too, and
Good morning, Mr. Doobie Bro. How are you this morning? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. We're just starting our morning. Speaker this morning is Urban Meyer, coach, ex-coach, whatever, previous coach of the Gators and Buckeyes. And the Buckeyes just won the national championship the other night. He wasn't their coach this time, but anyway.
I can say that I had my research team research you.
Yeah.
Because we get asked to do a lot of things. And,
Sure.
and at this point in my life, and we talked about this a minute ago, you said what kind of interview or what kind of podcast we do. If this can help someone, let's do it. If it's not, if it's just about football or, who's going to play quarterback or, I'm busy. We got things to do. But at this point, I just, especially with what's going on in this world right now, I watch news like everybody else. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I wonder where we're at, what time period are we in, and what the world's going on. And then you've been given a mission statement to, or a responsibility to coach 120 guys that the next 40 years are going to be dependent upon what goes on for these next 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And that's strong. And so we devote the majority of our time to making sure that the people in this room, our team room, that we're making an impact with these people.
Yeah, and you're big on leadership and developing leaders. I heard that you have 9 captains coming up this year. Is that right?
That was last year.
Last year,
we had 9 captains, and we haven't done the captain thing yet. It was a very unique team we had a year ago. It was all, as I say, very well earned. And I think when you restrict the number of captains, then, I don't believe in that at all. We've always had the number of captains according to how many leaders we have.
Yeah. Now, I asked Josh if there was one question that I should ask you. What would it be? He said, let me get his exact words. He said, his ridiculous amount of focus, his belief in his system, and then obviously his ability to get a bunch of strangers to, quote unquote, buy in. So your ability, you went to different schools for a year or two, a couple of years each, Bowling Green and then Utah. You were there for 2 seasons. How do you get guys to buy in who are complete strangers, who are 18, 19 with big egos, think they've got it all figured out, have been courted their whole lives, everything handed to them? How do you get them to buy in to a philosophy, a belief system, and to this obsessive competitive nature that you guys cultivate, and get these kids to believe?
Tim Kite, who's my leadership consultant, and he's very instrumental in writing that book. It was after our national championship season, and I used to live by this quote or my own definition of leadership was, it used to be set a standard and demand all live up to that standard. And then you start thinking how shallow of that has nothing to do with leadership. And I never believed that, because there's much more to it than just set a standard. So the one that is in the book and that we talk quite often about, I teach our players, leaders, and I teach our coaches, and it's nonstop, is the job of a leader is absolutely first and foremost is to earn trust. And you can only push and lead a person as far as he can trust you.
Yeah.
So the first thing I've done at each, and I look back now because, I've been doing this for a while, is the thing that we've done very well, and the best group of coaches that I've had, the best thing that we've done is we've earned their trust because they understand we care deeply about them. I didn't say anything's going to be warm and fuzzy. I didn't say anything's going to be easy, but we care deeply.
Yeah.
I mean, like deeply about them. And once you start to get those relationships with Josh Harris, John Madsen, the young man you know in Utah, you know, the players here, that once those players realize that you care deeply about them, now you can really expound upon that definition of leadership. So the first part is earn trust, and then with extreme clarity, you know, set the expectations and inspire and equip the people to fulfill those expectations. But before you can do anything, you have to earn their trust. And that's where I think a lot of leaders fail. Coaches fail because earning trust, put a timetable on that. When does that? Sometimes it takes years to earn trust. And sometimes you only got a player for. So earning trust is the key.
How do you do that in 2 weeks of the most grueling, you know, boot camp that they go through?
You don't do that then. You know, I think that's just, you know, setting us, you know, just understanding that they know that there's this is going to be very hard. We want you to commit. We want you to invest, but it takes much more time than that. You know, we're very instrumental in getting to know the player, getting to know the players' families, getting to know what their dreams are after football. And once the players know, wait a minute, this guy can really help us, or this staff can really help us, that's when the trust takes place.
When you're recruiting or cultivating a relationship with a young, you know, kid out of high school, what are you speaking into most of the time? Are you speaking into their time at Ohio State, the future, what's possible for them? Or is it more speaking into the vision of their dreams after Ohio State?
I did. I felt guilty. I think intercollegiate athletics have used players for many, many years. And I'm not going to get into do they get paid or not get paid, because that's a topic for a much different conversation or a different time. But it all changed when my daughter was a very successful volleyball player, and I would go on unofficial visits with her and listen to these coaches talk, and I'd be like, wow, do I really sound like that? You know, they're talking about locker rooms, they're talking about jersey numbers, they're talking about music, and I don't care about any of that. I care about what are you going to do for my kid. And so when I start speaking and recruiting to players now, much deeper than what I have in the past, it's we're looking much further beyond getting a degree. We're looking much further beyond holding a national championship trophy or whatever, or the first round draft pick. We're looking much further beyond all that. We're looking into what do they want to do
with their life after football.
After football, because this football thing is going to come to an end. For some people, it's in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. If you're very lucky, it's maybe 8, but it's going to end for everyone. And we try to push that as hard as we don't try. We push that as hard as we can, and that's one of the first pieces of conversation I'll have with people that we're starting to recruit.
Yeah, you were able to recruit, you know, top athletes at these less desirable schools, let's say, than Ohio State when you were coaching at other schools. What's the difference between you and other coaches? Like, what's the things that you're talking about that separates you to want to go to a Bowling Green or a Utah as opposed to being recruited somewhere else?
Those are great questions. I'm not sure they did. I think we, you know, I had some great evaluators, you know, Kyle Whittingham, the head coach of Utah, I'll never forget. We recruited players that were not wanted. But we had such a good plan on how to identify who those under the radar player. Eric Weddle was a perfect example. One of the best safeties in the NFL in the last 20 years was a guy that was unrecruited. And we go to Utah. And so it wasn't, we weren't trying to beat people for him. That was more when you're at a Bowling Green at Utah, a smaller school, the premium's placed on evaluation as much as anything. Evaluation and projection, because you're usually looking at an undersized, a guy like you. Here's a guy that what's the visual of this in 2 years? Because you're not going to go beat Ohio State. And when I was at Utah, our staff would get mad at me when all of a sudden USC came and offered them. And, oh, no, what do you think? And I said, go to USC. That's what I do. USC, and don't hold that against them. We have to do a much better job of identifying the under the radar guys.
Joshua, also wanted me to ask you about your philosophy and how it's changed or stayed the same since your first head coaching job to now, the different schools you've been at. Have you evolved your philosophy, or has it always been what your mentors have taught you?
No, it's evolved. It's the Josh Harris had a 36-year-old nut job that was head coach. And, you know, thank God we didn't have cell phones back then, or we didn't have. It was wild. And I took over a program that had a great coach named Gary Blackney. There was a lot of drugs, a lot of other issues that the program kind of slipped a little bit. the leadership on the team was non-existent, and we had to make some changes.
Yeah.
You know, when you go 2-9 and you're getting pounded, you know, obviously there's guys there that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
So we went in and cleansed it. You know, we made it so hard that we had 18 to 20 players quit within the first couple of weeks, and they should have. College Division I football wasn't for them.
Yeah.
But the ones that stayed, we went from 2-9 to 8-3, and one of the best turnarounds in
It's crazy.
college football history, and still to this day, maybe the best group of seniors I've ever had.
Really?
They were so appreciative. Their whole goal was let's find a way to have a winning season, and we ended up having a heck of a year.
You guys were top 25, I think. Weren't you 24, 23, I think?
Well, we got up to 16 the year after that.
Oh, wow.
The first year, I don't believe we made the top 25. The second
Wow.
year, we got up to 16.
That's pretty impressive. What's a non-negotiable for you every single day that you must do in order to be at the top of your game?
Non-negotiable is I start my day with a Bible study that Tim Kite puts on, that I have to do that. I have to get
Is he the one that texts you the quote or Bible quote verse? Or?
Chris Spielman does that.
Okay.
And then Tim Kite, it's an email. And we'll go through the book of Galatians. We'll do something. And I have to get that 30 to 40 minutes of that my time.
Really?
I have to, or I'm sick about it. And we have a coach on our staff, Greg Schiano, that I'll go into his office. He'll come into mine, and we're getting ready to play USC in the Cotton Bowl. And we're going to have a conversation about that. And to say I've always been like that, I've tried to be good about that, but not to the point I am now. I'm non-negotiable, as you put it.
Every morning.
I have to have that every morning.
Good morning, Ben. How are you, man? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. We're just hanging out doing our morning speaker. Urban Meyer this morning.
Is there a certain time, or does it?
6 o'clock, 6:30, right between the 6 and 6:30.
Really?
Have to do it.
And how many times would you say you miss a year? Or do you not miss in the last 365 days?
Well, I'll miss once in a while, but then I catch up throughout the day. You know, if we have a mat drill like we did today at 6 a.m. when the whistle blows, because he doesn't send it out early enough, and I'll get it right afterwards. But I don't miss.
Really?
Yeah.
And what happens to your day when you do miss?
I'll find time to go get it.
No matter what, you'll
I
do
have
it.
to go get it. Yeah. Because
Wow.
I'll feel empty without it.
Do you meditate as well?
I like to use the word prayer.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it's very similar.
Same
I
thing,
think it's time to get it's actually part of what we train our players. There's times you got to get your mind right.
Mm-hmm.
And some people, unfortunately, the below the line behavior, getting your mind right, is drinking and acting like a fool and doing college stuff or doing other stuff, which I've done.
Yeah.
I've also tried to learn and be disciplined and learn from great leaders on how to get your mind right. And meditation, prayer by yourself or with someone like a Schiano, someone like-minded people. That's how you get your mind right. And it's a must.
How do you get kids who want to live the life, you know, they're getting stuff thrown at them all the time, and they live a little bit below the line, right?
Little?
A lot, right? Yeah. Some of them a lot, some of them little. How do you get them to want to say, you know what, live above the line? Don't have fun, essentially. You're telling them not to have fun in their mindset, right? Don't go out and party. Don't go do this with girls. Don't do drinking. How do you get them to say, you know what? Don't have any of that fun, is what they're thinking, and live above the line.
Well, I think
at 18, 19.
And I don't say don't.
Right.
You know, God created, you know, the way we are. And I think as long as you live the disciplined life, you can still have a lot of fun in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I certainly don't want to preach at you because, like I said, thank God there weren't camera phones back when I was 18 years old. However, I always like to say you're here, everybody's here, and you want to be here. The fastest way is draw that straight line and stay away from anything that pulls you off of that straight line. Now we can start talking, you know, for this alcohol, whether it's a bad relationship, whether it's obviously drugs. Those are the three big things that you deal with in college right now. You want to get pulled off that line. Those are the three quickest, well-known ways to do it.
Yeah.
But there's a great quote actually right over there that says, if your dreams, do your habits reflect your dreams and goals? And if it's not, then change. But that's too easy. And when I have my son, I changed that quote, and it's behind my son, has it up in his bedroom, right next to his bed. If your habits don't reflect your dreams and goals, change your habits. And then I added, or change your dreams and goals. Don't lie to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I hear people say, I want to go play in the NFL, but you're acting like this. Don't lie to you. Lie to me is fine, but don't lie to yourself. And that's when people start to think, wait a minute now. I'm lying, you know, I get away, you know, I get where I'm not going to tell everybody exactly what I'm doing. But then you got to look in the mirror and say, do I really want to be a first-round draft pick and I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And that's when usually it hits home. Now, if you're dealing with someone that, is really that far off the beaten path, then, it's going to take years. But I've seen a lot of transitions pretty quickly when they start saying, I want to do this, but don't lie to yourself.
Yeah. How important are having big dreams for human beings, do you think? Do you think it's important that we go after big dreams?
I think you know the answer. And that's every great person or no, I shouldn't say great. I don't know if I've ever met a person that have great dreams. What do you do then? What do you just looking for the next sandwich or looking for the next meal, or what do you?
Right.
I think God created us to have these great dreams.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say I don't know if I've ever met a player or person or human that's not had great dreams. Now some are a little more serious about achieving them.
Yeah.
Which that's what makes us all so different.
Yeah. What's your big dream right now?
My dreams have changed over the years. There was a long time to go win a national championship, and we did. And my dream right now is to be I'm a grandfather. I want to be the best possible grandfather there is, and really support my family. But my professional dreams now is I want to see this room of 120 people have a 100% effective rate of having a job offer waiting for them when they're done. When they finish Ohio State University, and we're close to that right now, that they're so well prepared for life after football that what we talked about earlier, you want to see any group of people. I don't want to get into black, white, Polynesian, and when I was at Utah, or Southern, Northern, Eastern, West, it doesn't matter. Any group of people, and you take away their hope, and you take away their opportunity, it's combustible. It's going to blow up.
Yeah.
And I think it's our job, my coach's job, and our job, and this university's job, to make sure that we can't control some of what's going on in this world, but it's our job to make sure there's hope and opportunity for every player that comes through this program.
Yeah, that's powerful. You're really developing like a leadership center for kids. It's not a football program, it's a leadership center.
That's where
Good morning, Sandra. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Cheers, everybody. Whew. That's a good one. We're just hanging out doing our morning speaker, Urban Meyer, this morning.
changed.
Right.
We have really changed, and I'm glad you said that. And that's a big part of what's in there. That's why I thought it was so important to get that on paper, because after the 2014 season, it was illogical for what happened that year. We lost our starting quarterback a week before the first game. The starting quarterback was a redshirt freshman. He gets hurt in the rivalry game, and then the third-string quarterback takes us.
It's crazy.
On a 3-game journey for a national title.
It was unbelievable.
And when I heard him say one of the number one reason is he didn't want to let his teammates down. Now you know that what we're teaching around here was working that particular year.
Yeah, and I love that you guys have, it's all about playing for each other, playing for your unit, right?
Yeah.
You have 9 different units. Is that what I've?
9 units.
9 units.
Very good.
Yeah, I was debriefed. And everything's about playing for one another, but also competing at the highest level. And I heard from Quinn that you guys track everything. Is that from like who sits down the first in team meetings to catching passes?
It's any competitive environment. And we're actually, that's part of our mantra right now for the 2018 season is that, it's unfortunate. It's unbelievable. I looked one day during the season last year. I just was very upset. We lost a game, and it wasn't just because we lost a great team, but I didn't feel our team, and I didn't feel the competition. So I just hit on my iPad competitor, and I was so disappointed what came up. One of the definitions I saw, someone who takes part in athletic events. And I can't disagree more. That's not a competitor. That's a take-parter. That's a guy that, he conforms and he does but he's not competing. And then so I just started playing again, and then I looked up fierce competitor. And that's what I want. That's what we all need to be. And a fierce competitor is refuse to lose. And basically, I added this: when they keep score, we're going to try to win. And we try to teach that throughout this whole program. As long as someone's keeping score, we're going to do our very best to go win that. And that's why we train so hard.
Yeah. What do you think builds more character? Those that win a lot or those that lose a lot?
I'm going to be politically correct here, but I don't buy the losing builds character. I don't. I think losing just teaches you, hopefully that gets you that feeling that we all have, that you may want to work harder so you don't want to lose.
Yeah.
And if you, a winner or loser, and we use this around here quite often, just because you lose, you shouldn't be tagged a loser. If you accept losing, now you're a loser.
Yeah.
If you accept it and say that's okay, then in this line of work, I'm talking about college football, and I think I don't know many professions that aren't like that.
Mm-hmm.
That if you fail to win, that does not make you a loser. It just makes you want to work that much harder and never let that happen again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to happen. We're going to get knocked down. But a competitor gets right back up and finds a way to win it next time.
Yeah. Wow. What's the biggest loss you've ever had in sports and in life?
Well, I lost my mom and dad, and it was tragic. You know, or not tragic, but my mom lost her at 63 years old and far too young, and she never got to experience, never got to see me coach a game, and she used to always talk to me about that, being head coach.
Yeah.
My father passed away in my arms 2 weeks before I took the Ohio State job.
Oh my gosh.
And that was tough, and that was I had have a great family.
Wow.
Those are off the field losses that that was very tough.
Yeah. And what about in sports? Biggest loss, whether as a player, coach?
Well, I've had some in the games. There's several that stick out. And we had a tough one this year, but it's hard for me to quantify which was the hardest. It's not fair. Probably, some come to my head.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just not going to share them.
Yeah, of course. How important is it that we develop a winning mindset and that we strive to win at everything we do? Not from a sense of needing to be right and needing to win to hurt someone else, but just that competitiveness. How important is that we strive to win in everything we do?
I think it's essential. I think it's, once again, that's I think we're created to do that. And
why do you think that?
Well, I think God has a plan for us.
Mm-hmm.
God was very, I just believe that when I'm once again trying to just put this in there. I've not met many people that don't have that burning desire to go win. And those who haven't, I would imagine, just haven't had that euphoria, that feeling of, and not so much for yourself. That's why I love football. My daughter's played volleyball.
Yeah.
The euphoria of winning isn't say I won. The euphoria is for me to hug my teammate and say we found a way to accomplish something.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's the greatest fulfillment that I have to this day is when in that locker room after a win, and not saying I won. Look what we did. We put all the egos, all the selfishness, all the other stuff out of the way, and we went and got something done together. That's I think we're created that way.
Yeah. When you guys start the season, I remember playing in high school. One of the first time I played sophomore year in high school was the first time I played football. That's why I was a late bloomer. I didn't really understand the game until I got into college. Even then, I was still confused. They just said, "Here, go run here and catch the ball." But I remember the coach had us all sit down and talk about the vision the first day. What's the vision for the season? What do we want to create as a team? Do you have a process in either the first day or the first kind of day like that where you talk about your vision as a team or what the team wants to create together?
Sure. We're not a big goal team. You won't see around here like win the national championship. That's too abstract. There's too many variables involved. And what happens if you lose one early? Do you just not play?
You give up, yeah.
Yeah. So we do. It's a 9 strong. I want to maximize every unit on our team. It's a militaristic model that we use around here, and that is that what's our goal every year, and that's to be 9 strong. And that means every unit within our team, and it's what we call small unit cohesion, is that every unit performs at their maximum capacity. And the way we recruit around here, the great players we have, if we're performing at maximum capacity, you're probably not going to lose. And so our goal, you won't see, let's go win the national title. Let's go do this because there's too many injuries and there's too many. You're counting on committees to pick you to go play in the games. And but you know what? It's all very comfortable, or not comfortable, but it's all fulfilling if we can look in the mirror and say, you know what, we were 9 strong. We maximized who we are, and I'm not just talking about on the field, but that's our goal.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of that year too. I learned so much in the last probably 7, 8, 9 years of my career that we don't talk so much about the end all. We're talking about how to get there, and the end all that we're all shooting for is 9 strong.
I love that. What's the greatest lesson you've learned throughout your coaching days?
Oh, no question. One that I've shared with my son and my daughters. I have 3 athletes in the family, and the one thing athletics teach you that it's not about you, and that's why I love team sports. I wasn't much into the individual sports, not on purpose, but I'll never forget that my son in Florida, we started a seventh grade football program.
Yeah.
And so I was helping him out. I was a consultant. I didn't coach, but I was a consultant, and I would go there. I wanted to make sure that everybody's teaching the game correctly. And the first couple of days of practice, it wasn't football. It was the most disgusting display of whatever they were doing. There was a bunch of kids running around, falling down, and all that. But what I saw happen, and the coaches were outstanding, but every day they got better. Every day they got better. And I'll never forget, my son Nate was playing safety, and he goes, and football's a tough sport.
Yeah.
Tough sport. And this big running back came through, and he goes up, and he had no choice. Because if he had a choice, I'm not sure it hit him.
Yeah.
And he kind of turned into the guy. The guy ran him right over, and I was right there looking at him, and he looked up at me, and he had, water in his eyes, little tears in his eyes. And I said to her, I said, get up, because football and sports teach you to do what? You're going to get hit, get up. And the good thing in team sports, rarely do you have to get up by yourself.
Yeah.
There's always a hand. Someone's going to help you. And I think that's what's family. That's what's, my family's all about. That's what this program's all about. And you tell me where else to learn that better than on the football field. Or my daughter's in volleyball.
Yeah.
You get knocked down, when you reach your arm up, what's going to happen? Someone's going to grab you. They're going to pick you up, dust you off, and let's go again.
Yeah. Couple final questions for you. I just want to respect the time. What do you think is the biggest weakness that you still get to improve on, either as a human being or as a coach?
I regress, the win at all cost. Because we college football is very competitive. When you lose a game, I just take 3 steps backwards sometimes, and you have to get, your 6:30, get your mind right time, and you have to get everything back in order. So sometimes I disappoint myself with that. Not near the extreme that it was before, but that's hard not to fall back into that win at all cost mentality.
Yeah. This is a question I ask at the end to all my guests. It's called the 3 truths. So imagine this was many years from now, and you got to pick when it was your last day on earth. It's your last day. You're 100 and however old you want to live. And you say, you know what? I think it's time. You've written many New York Times bestsellers. You've coached as many teams as you want to coach. You've achieved everything you could imagine. More national championships. You've done it all. Whatever you want to do, you've done it. All those big dreams. But for whatever reason, all the information that you've put out there, your spoken word, the videos, the written content has been erased for whatever reason. Hypothetical, right? So no one has access to your information anymore. But you have a piece of paper and a pen by your bed before it's the last moment. And you get to write down 3 things you know to be true about all of your experiences you've had in your life, your lessons, things like that. And I call it the 3 truths question. So these would be the lessons that you would then give to the world. This is all they would have to be remembered by you as your message to the world. What would you say are those 3 truths?
There is a God, and we're created by a great God. The second thing is family is everything. And then that is an all cost. You protect your family at all cost, and teach them, prepare them. And the final thing is that team is stronger than me. That group of people, if you get the right group of people, you tell me what you can accomplish, and you get the right group of people in the right setting, you can move mountains.
Yeah,
and that's an absolute truth.
Yeah. Those are great. I like those. Before I ask the final question, I want to make sure you guys get a copy of the book. Go get this right now. I'll have it linked up. Powerful book, great message if you want to build leadership in your company. We have a lot of entrepreneurs that watch this. So if you're trying to build leaders in your company, your team, if you're a teacher, a coach, get this book. It's very powerful information there. Great equations that you guys talk about. What is it? E plus R equals O, right? Experience plus
events in your life.
Events plus response equals outcome, right? Yeah, powerful. You've got it on there. I'm going to have to get one of those too. If you have an extra one, I'm going to steal one. So make sure you guys go get this. And you're pretty active on Twitter, or is that someone on your team?
Someone on
your team. But maybe you jump in there every now and then. Make sure you go follow Coach on Twitter. Is there anywhere that you do hang out online? If people wanted to reach out and leave a comment somewhere to you?
Twitter, I do. I go through it myself.
Okay, let's check it out. Okay.
I have a team, but I also
Of course.
spend time with
Yeah, of course. So make sure you guys go follow Coach on Twitter. We'll have that linked up. Before I do get to the final question, I want to acknowledge you for a moment, Coach, for your incredible authenticity. You know, as a guy that loves Ohio State football and just sports in general, you're such an authentic leader and human being, and I love witnessing everything that you've transformed into, like I talked about in the beginning, and how you continue to evolve as a human being, to be there for your wife, for your kids, to be there for all these young men who are constantly learning so much and evolving, and for your coaching staff, for everything. You're a blessing to Ohio, and you've brought a lot to the one of my favorite places in the world. So I acknowledge you for all the information that you put out there and your competitiveness as well. It's very powerful and inspiring.
Great to be with you.
Yeah. The final question is, what is your definition of greatness?
Greatness to me is you maximize your gifts that were given to you. You know, if I'm supposed to be a 4.0 student, become a little bit better than a 4-point student. Mm-hmm. So you're maximizing if you're a 2.2 student and that's your maximum capacity, push a little bit further. So greatness to me is maximum capacity. You're operating at maximum capacity.
Coach Urban Meyer, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Much love, Amber. That was great.
Sorry, I just smoked 2 really big fucking bowls. I'm good. I wrote down a couple things, bro.
Yeah, that was awesome. I always loved Urban Meyer when he was coaching the Gators. Obviously, but I was young. But yeah, he was a fucking great college football coach.
Can I have 30 seconds? Oh, right. No, I like this. This was a good one. I love that it's sports themed, but it can, like I know how he was trying to, he was talking about God a lot, and some people are religious and not. I didn't really write anything about that, but I wrote down, strive to win no matter what in life. Multiple strategies. Don't just have one. Keep yourself a little open-minded. Don't set your future goals in stone. Your goals might change.
I like that.
You might have a pivot point. You might have a point where someone says, hey, man, I know you're doing this, but I just started a new company and I want you to manage it. And I'm going to give you $60,000 a year starting plus a $40,000 signing bonus. Here's the contract. Are you really going to say, I don't want to even look at that? No, you're going to go and look at that contract no matter what. Even if you say no, you're still going to go. That's why pivot point.
And that depends a lot on what I would have to give. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of give and take and a lot of shit. And depending on what I would have to give up.
I'm just saying, you're right. You might have to move. You might have to relocate your whole family, but that might be a whole new, beautiful, amazing life for you and your family. So, sorry.
You're good.
Earn trust was the first thing he said, and it's the first thing I wrote down. If people that you're coaching or you feel like you're in a leadership role, they can't trust you, they're not going to listen to you. I love how he said
go ahead.
I was just going to say, I love how he said he actually got to know their families and their goals, because that shows what kind of person you are and where you came from, and it shows what drives you in sports.
Yeah. I like how when he talked about, how do you earn their trust in the 2 weeks, and he's like, you can't, you don't. It's not that easy. It doesn't work like that, which is so true.
I put down no timetable for that. No timetable to earn somebody's trust. Sorry, when he was talking about the one team he was coaching where they were 2-8, and then he had a bunch of guys quit. And what he didn't say is those 3rd and 4th string players, me, that sat there and waited for that opportunity, and I never got it. Those guys that had a winning season, those were those 3rd, 4th string players who really were like, man, we could do this. I know what we have to do, because that happened to my soccer team. First year, horrible. A bunch of guys quit, but a bunch of guys quit from other teams. And then we amalgamated to all these guys who loved soccer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just for the, and we won that year. We went all the fucking way. We were like ESPN soccer players that year. I'm talking the bicycle kicks, the insane stuff. And going back to a coaching standpoint, I've mentioned his name before. Terry Thompson was the best soccer coach I ever had, because he didn't know where to put me, because I was such a good soccer player. I was the best goalie, defenseman, midfielder, forward. He's like, just go play. I was like, what? He's like, just get on the field and go help team play goal soccer. He didn't even know, because he's like, you literally run around the field so fast that you're helping everybody. So he's like, well, you're kind of like a midfielder floater. And then he put me in net, and he's like, oh, crap. I'm like, what? He's like, nobody can score on you. He's like, so you're goalie for the next 4 months. And that year when I was goalie, we went to the final. We won. I scored the winning quarterfinal goal, which is like we went tied. Okay. So I'm going to end this in a second. Sorry. We tied, and then we went to penalty shots, right? Everybody on each team shot. So there was only one person left who could shoot.
Nice.
Like, you know, and I shot and scored at everybody, like 200 people, because there was adults there and everything. But he's right. Winning gives you endorphins. Winning gives you serotonin. So it goes back to the strive to win is a real thing. And you will find these players that love the sport so much, they don't see those losses as defeats. They're like, I know what I did wrong. I fumbled. I dropped the ball. I didn't run hard enough. I didn't get my foot into the end zone. I got to work on that, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, let's play a song, and then we'll dive into Dodgeball News Network.
Oh, is Dan here today?
Do you want to leave and come back? Your video's getting weird.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You keep freezing. Your audio's fine, but all right. Cheers, everybody.
Strike the flame, let the ember ignite. A spark of truth in the heart of the night. Rolling waves meet the sky so wide. In the cove where we let the world collide. Pass it around, let the moment stay. The cove's a beacon, lighting the way. Every puff, a connection is born. Through the smoke, we weather the storm. The ritual's here, a bond so tight. Rolling together under soft starlight. The fire burns, it warms our soul. In the cove we all feel whole. Light the way, let the spark take flight. Take flight. Through the haze, we shine so bright. Canvas skies, where hearts align. Hearts align. Light the way, it's our time to unwind. Watch the magic glow. A ritual only the Cove will know. From bongs to blunts, it's all the same. The spark unites us, it's not a game. Sip your coffee, feel the rise. The morning haze meets golden skies. Cannabis clouds float high above. The Cove is a haven of light and love. Hand to hand, the circle flows. A place where only good vibes grow. Feel the rhythm, let it stay. Together in the Cove, we light the way. Light the way, let the spark take flight. Take flight. Through the haze, we shine so bright. Cannabis skies, where hearts align. Light the way, it's our time to unwind.
The way, let the spark take flight. Take flight. Through the haze, we shine so bright.
Cannabis skies, where hearts align. Light the way, it's our time to unwind.
Damn
You're
it.
crying. I'm not crying. You're crying.
It's always the last one that gets me.
Dude, this thing fucking chews, yo. I am fucking happy with my new grinder. This is straight from my mother-in-law. Yeah. That's dope, bro. I'm sorry. I'm obsessed with this grinder now. New toy, new toy. Are we all kind of children, Garrett? Like when we get new grinders, we're like, ooh, new toy, new toy. We're always
Good, bro.
kids,
Now you don't have
man.
to bust your nugs on the fucking show.
Hey, man, I said break apart some marijuana.
That's not fucking what you said, Liam.
I have no
I
idea.
know that.
There's no replay on that. No. No, I'm pretty sure YouTube was down for that 5 minutes. Yeah. The video has been deleted. So has
lots of Ohioans in the house. OH.
You okay?
So yeah,
You
I
good?
was busting nugs all over the fucking show.
Oh my god, I am never gonna live that down.
You're
bro.
never gonna live that down.
Where's Magic to help save me with some button pushing? Damn it, Magic, where were you on that one, eh? You couldn't push the button and like end that one when I was talking about what they were just speaking of, which I shall never talk about again. Apparently. Don't have to. How's it going, Dan? Give the news. Let's go.
Much love, Man-Bear. All right, here we go. Dodgeball News Network.
Good morning and welcome to another thrilling edition of Dodgeball News Network. I'm your host, Dan Fielder, coming to you live as we prepare for another action-packed day in the Cove Dodgeball League. With Week 3 well underway, the competition is heating up and the stakes are climbing higher with every match. Titan Coliseum has proven to be a true battleground this week, where teams have left it all on the court in their quest for glory. This morning, we'll dive into the latest action, break down key plays, and set the stage for what promises to be another electrifying day of dodgeball. Will the top teams continue their dominance, or will we see some surprises shake up the standings? Grab your coffee and get ready, dodgeball fans, because the journey to the championship rolls on, and we got you covered every step of the way. This is Dodgeball News Network. As Week 3 of the Cove Dodgeball League continues, we take a moment to look back at an unforgettable weekend tournament at Titan Coliseum. With the hash hitters and dab wheel doomers on their bye week, the remaining teams battled it out in a series of high-stakes games. From thrilling one-on-one finishes to dominant performances, the weekend was packed with intense action that reshaped the league's narrative. Let's dive into the highlights and break down the results from the Week 3 tournament. Quarterfinals. Match 1. Ganja Guardians versus Terpene Titans. The Ganja Guardians began their tournament with an emphatic victory over the Terpene Titans. Set 1 showcased the Guardians' determination and control from the start. Captain Crystal's team came out with a commanding presence, executing precise throws and strategic teamwork. Their disciplined play resulted in only a couple of fouls, while the Titans struggled to find an answer to their intensity. The Guardians capitalized on every mistake and comfortably secured the first set. In Set 2, the Titans showed signs of life, engaging the Guardians in a tense back-and-forth battle. Both teams traded points, and the Titans' captain Kells made several clutch plays to keep them in the game. However, the Guardians' ability to stay composed under pressure proved to be the difference. In a dramatic one-on-one finish, the Guardians emerged victorious, sealing the set and the match to advance to the semifinals. Ganja Guardians win the match and advance to the semifinals. Match 2. THC Troopers versus Kodiak Kings. This highly anticipated clash between two league heavyweights did not disappoint. Set 1 was a showcase of athleticism and strategy, with both teams pushing each other to their limits. The Troopers, led by Captain Zach, relied on their disciplined play to take control late in the set, pulling ahead in the final moments to secure a hard-fought win. In Set 2, the Kings responded with grit and determination. Captain Man-Bear rallied his team, turning up the intensity in a foul-heavy set. Both squads fought down to a nail-biting one-on-one finish, where the Kings edged out the Troopers to even the match. The deciding Set 3 began with both teams trading points, but the Troopers found their rhythm mid-game and surged ahead. Their ability to adjust and maintain focus proved too much for the Kings to handle, as the Troopers pulled away for a decisive victory to claim the match. THC Troopers win the match and advance to the semifinals. Match 3. Yellow Submariners versus Maple Leaf Rush. In one of the most evenly matched quarterfinals of the weekend, the Yellow Submariners and Maple Leaf Rush delivered a thrilling contest. Set 1 began with both teams going toe-to-toe in a foul-heavy exchange, but the Rush found their stride late in the game. With Captain Nicky leading the charge, the Rush pulled ahead to claim the first set. Set 2 saw the Submariners mount an incredible comeback. Captain Amber's team fought with resilience, clawing their way back from the brink to force a one-on-one showdown. With precision and nerves of steel, the Submariners secured the set to even the match. In Set 3, a false start added to the tension before both teams engaged in another intense battle. The Rush once again proved their late-game composure, picking up steam in the final moments to win the set and secure their spot in the semifinals. Maple Leaf Rush win the match and advance to the semifinals. Match 4. Blaze Battalion versus Chronic Crusaders. The Blaze Battalion and Chronic Crusaders faced off in a match that was as intense as it was physical. Set 1 featured strong defensive plays and quick exchanges, with both teams fighting to gain the upper hand. In a dramatic one-on-one finish, the battalion emerged victorious to take the lead. In Set 2, the battalion came out firing, determined to close out the match. While the Crusaders fought valiantly to stay in the game, late-game fouls and the battalion's relentless pressure proved too much. The battalion secured the set and the match, moving on to the semifinals. Blaze Battalion won the match and advanced to the semifinals. Semifinals. Match 1. Ganja Guardians versus THC Troopers. The Guardians stunned the Troopers in a semifinal showdown that left fans on the edge of their seats. Set 1 saw the Guardians come out strong, maintaining their composure in a foul-heavy battle. The set ended in another one-on-one finish, where the Guardians edged out the Troopers to take the lead. In Set 2, the Guardians repeated their strong start, and despite a cleaner set with only one foul, the Troopers couldn't overcome their opponent's poise. Another one-on-one showdown ended in favor of the Guardians, who booked their ticket to the finals with an impressive performance. Ganja Guardians win the match and advance to the finals. Match 2. Maple Leaf Rush versus Blaze Battalion. The second semifinal delivered a 3-set thriller between the Maple Leaf Rush and Blaze Battalion. Set 1 went to the battalion, who controlled the tempo and capitalized on key moments to gain an early edge. The Rush responded in Set 2, coming back from an early deficit to force a one-on-one finish. Captain Nicky's team showed their resilience, winning the set to level the match. In Set 3, both teams gave it everything they had, playing a clean and intense game. In yet another one-on-one showdown, the Rush prevailed, showcasing their ability to handle high-pressure situations. Maple Leaf Rush won the match and advanced to the finals. Finals. Ganja Guardians versus Maple Leaf Rush. The championship match lived up to its billing, with the Guardians and Rush delivering a thrilling finale. Set 1 saw the Rush gain the upper hand in a hard-fought one-on-one finish. The Guardians answered in Set 2, battling through an intense back-and-forth game to even the match. In the deciding Set 3, the Rush came out firing on all cylinders. Their precision, speed, and relentless energy overwhelmed the Guardians, who struggled to keep pace. The Rush sealed the set and the match with a dominant performance, claiming their first tournament championship of the season. Maple Leaf Rush won the match and claimed the tournament championship. The Week 3 tournament at Titan Coliseum was nothing short of spectacular, with the Maple Leaf Rush solidifying their spot as one of the league's elite teams and the Ganja Guardians making a statement with their strong performance. The league's landscape continues to evolve. Before we look ahead to the regular season games, let's hear from the Maple Leaf Rush's coach following their thrilling tournament championship victory. Here's what the coach had to say about their team's success and what lies ahead for the Rush this season.
Thank you, Dan. What a weekend for the Maple Leaf Rush. First and foremost, I want to recognize the effort and dedication of this entire team. Every player brought their best to the court, and their hard work is the reason we're standing here as tournament champions. This team came into the season as the newcomers, but we didn't let that label define us. From the very beginning, we focused on building a culture of trust, discipline, and relentless determination. This weekend was the culmination of that effort. Whether it was Nicky's incredible leadership on the court, the teamwork in those tight one-on-one moments, or the ability to adapt when the pressure was on, The Maple Leaf Rush proved we're not just here to compete, we're here to contend. But let me be clear, this is just the start. We'll celebrate this championship, but we know there's still a long season ahead. The Cove Dodgeball League is filled with fierce competition, and every match will be a new challenge. Our focus now is consistency and preparation. We want to take this momentum into the regular season and continue to prove why we belong at the top of the standings. To our fans, thank you for your unwavering support. Your cheers, your energy, and your belief in us fuel everything we do. This championship isn't just for the team, it's for every single one of you who's been with us from the start. Let's keep building, keep growing, and keep showing the league what the Maple Leaf Rush are all about. This is our season to make a mark. Let's go, Rush!
And with those inspiring words from the Maple Leaf Rush coach, it's clear this team is focused not just on celebrating their win, but on continuing their rise to the top. The journey is far from over, and the action continues as we gear up for more regular season games. Stay tuned for everything Dodgeball League, right here on Dodgeball News Network.
Good morning, Kimmy. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. We're just hanging out doing our Dodgeball News Network. All right. Congratulations to the Rush. The standings are starting to jostle around a little bit as we're getting into the season. And here we go.
The Week 3 tournament didn't just deliver unforgettable moments. It also shook up the league standings in a big way. With every win, medal, and point, the race for dodgeball supremacy grows tighter, and teams are beginning to solidify their places in the rankings. Let's take a closer look at the updated standings and see where each squad stacks up as we head deeper into Season 4. First place, Maple Leaf Rush, 12 points. The Maple Leaf Rush have firmly established themselves as the team to beat this season. After securing a silver medal in Week 2, they stepped up in Week 3 with a dominant tournament performance, claiming their first gold medal. Captain Nikki's leadership has been instrumental, combining tactical brilliance with the ability to inspire her team in critical moments. What sets the Rush apart is their resilience under pressure. Whether it's battling through foul-heavy sets or coming out on top in high-stakes one-on-one situations, they've consistently proven their ability to adapt and thrive. With their back-to-back victories, the Rush have not only claimed the top spot in the standings, but also sent a clear message to the rest of the league. They're here to dominate. With momentum on their side and a roster firing on all cylinders, the Rush are showing no signs of slowing down. Second place, THC Troopers, 8 points. The THC Troopers have shown why they're perennial contenders in the Cove Dodgeball League. With a gold medal in Week 1 and a bronze medal in Week 3, Captain Zach has crafted a team built on discipline, precision, and consistency. Their ability to execute their game plan with minimal errors has kept them in contention for the top spot. The Troopers' defensive prowess and quick transitions to offense have been key to their success. They excel at wearing down their opponents, forcing them into mistakes, and capitalizing at the right moments. While they currently sit in second place, they remain well within striking distance of the league leaders. With their next matchups on the horizon, the Troopers are poised to keep climbing the standings. Third place, Kodiak Kings, 7 points. The Kodiak Kings' journey this season has been a roller coaster, but their gold medal from Week 2 keeps them in a strong position. Led by Captain Man-Bear, the Kings bring an aggressive and physical style of play that makes them one of the most formidable teams in the league. Despite their historic shutout loss earlier in the season, the Kings have proven their ability to bounce back. Their Week 3 performance showcased flashes of their potential, with standout moments of brilliance in tight matches. The Kings will need to find consistency moving forward, but their talent and grit ensure they remain a serious contender. Fourth place, Yellow Submariners, 5 points. The Yellow Submariners are riding high after their impressive silver medal performance in Week 2. Captain Amber has built a team known for its creativity, resilience, and ability to perform in clutch situations. Their clean, no-foul shutout against the Kodiak Kings earlier this season is a testament to their focus and discipline. However, the Submariners have faced challenges in maintaining momentum, and their path forward will require greater consistency. With their innovative strategies and Amber's leadership, the Submariners remain a team that can challenge anyone in the league when they're firing on all cylinders. Tied for fifth place, Ganja Guardians, 3 points. The Ganja Guardians had a breakthrough performance in Week 3, earning a silver medal that propelled them up the standings. Captain Crystal's team is known for their strong defensive foundation and ability to control the tempo of matches. Their journey this season has been one of growth and adaptation, and their Week 3 performance showcased their potential to be a serious contender. The Guardians will need to continue building on their success to climb further, but their recent results prove they're on the right track. Tied for 5th place, Hash Hitters 3 points. The Hash Hitters remain in the middle of the pack after a steady start to the season. Captain Ash has instilled an aggressive, high-energy style of play in the team, which has earned them a bronze medal and a solid win in Week 2. While their intensity can overwhelm opponents, the hitters will need to find greater discipline to avoid costly fouls in tight matches. If they can fine-tune their approach, the hitters have the potential to climb higher in the standings as the season progresses. Tied for 5th place, Dabwheel Doomers 3 points. The Dabwheel Doomers have shown flashes of brilliance this season, earning a bronze medal that keeps them competitive in the standings. Their ability to close out matches with precision has been a key factor in their success. However, the Doomers have struggled with consistency, alternating between strong performances and missed opportunities. With their bye week giving them time to regroup, they'll be looking to build on their potential and turn it into more wins in the coming weeks. 8th place, Blaze Battalion 2 points. The Blaze Battalion are still searching for their first win of the season, but their 2 bronze medals show they're capable of competing with the league's best. Captain Beanz' tactical leadership is the backbone of the team, and their disciplined playstyle keeps them in every match. To climb the standings, the battalion will need to turn their near wins into decisive victories. With their talent and focus, they're poised to break through and make a statement in the weeks ahead. 9th place, Terpene Titans 2 points. The Titans have had a mixed start to the season, but their creativity and grit continue to make them a dangerous opponent. Captain Kels's leadership has been instrumental in keeping the team competitive, even in tough matchups. As they return to the court after their Week 3 struggles, the Titans will look to capitalize on their unique strategies to climb the standings. With determination and teamwork, they have the tools to turn things around. 10th place, Chronic Crusaders 1 point. The Chronic Crusaders are at the bottom of the standings, but they're far from out of the fight. Captain Kossi has been working to rally his team and refocus their efforts after a tough start to the season. With a bronze medal already under their belt, the Crusaders have shown they can compete. The challenge now is to translate that potential into wins and start climbing the rankings. The Crusaders remain a team with plenty of heart and a drive to improve. And that wraps up the updated league standings heading into the rest of Week 3. With every match, the competition grows fiercer, and the journey toward dodgeball glory becomes even more thrilling. After this short break, we'll dive into the matchup set for this afternoon and break down what's at stake for each team. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Dodgeball News Network.
All right, everybody. As always, we'll play a song, and then we'll dive into the games for this afternoon. Let's go with...
I'll be right back, too.
Yep, you're good. I don't think I've played this one yet.
We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth. Energy electric locked in the groove. Beats are kicking, clouds drifting by. Riding these waves, reaching the sky. Vibes on high, moving with flow. Feeling alive as the rhythm grows. Dancing free, no limits, no lie. With the crew, just vibes on high. Oh, yeah, yeah. Vibes are high, no coming down. We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth. Energy electric, locked in the groove. Beats are kicking, clouds drifting by. Riding these waves, reaching the sky. Vibes on high, moving with flow. Feeling alive as the rhythm grows. Dancing free, no limits, no lie. With the crew, just vibes on high. Just vibes on high. We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth. Energy electric, locked in the groove. Beats are kicking, clouds drifting by. Riding these waves, reaching the sky.
high, vibes on high, moving with flow, feeling alive as the rhythm grows. Dancing free, no limits, no lie. With the crew, just vibes on high. We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth, energy electric, locked in the groove. We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth, energy electric, locked in the groove. Beats are kicking, clouds drifting by, riding these waves, reaching the sky. Vibes on high, moving with flow, feeling alive as the rhythm grows. Dancing free, no limits, no lie. With the crew, just vibes on high. Oh, yeah, yeah. We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth, energy electric, locked in the groove. We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth, energy electric, locked in the groove.
I love that song. Hey, good morning, Johnny. How are you, little dude? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Yes, the games for this afternoon. Let's freaking go. Here we go.
Welcome back to Dodgeball News Network. I'm Dan Fielder, and we're gearing up for an exciting afternoon of dodgeball action here at Titan Coliseum. With the competition heating up and every point counting toward the standings, the stakes couldn't be higher. This afternoon, we have 4 thrilling matchups lined up, and each game carries significant implications for the league. Let's dive into the preview of today's matches and break down what's at stake. Match 1, Terpene Titans versus THC Troopers. The Terpene Titans returned to Titan Coliseum with something to prove after a tough showing in the Week 3 tournament. With home court advantage and the roaring support of their fans, Captain Kells is determined to spark a turnaround for her squad. Known for their creative and unpredictable strategies, the Titans will need to bring their A-game to counter the disciplined, methodical play style of the Troopers. The Titans' success may hinge on their ability to minimize mistakes and control the pace of the game, forcing their opponents into uncomfortable situations. On the other side of the court, the THC Troopers are a well-oiled machine, currently sitting in second place in the standings. Captain Zach's team has earned a reputation for their unmatched consistency and tactical prowess, showing the league why they're always in the conversation for championship contention. Fresh off their strong performance in the Week 3 tournament, the Troopers are locked in and eager to maintain their momentum. This matchup pits creativity against discipline, and the result could shift the narrative for both teams as the season progresses. Match 2, Yellow Submariners versus Kodiak Kings. This matchup promises to be one of the most physical battles of the day. The Yellow Submariners, led by Captain Amber, have shown flashes of brilliance this season, particularly during their Week 2 silver medal run. Their resilience and ability to adapt to challenging situations have been hallmarks of their gameplay, but consistency remains a question mark. The Submariners will need to rely on their tactical play and capitalize on key moments to overcome a determined Kings squad. With their mix of grit and creativity, the Submariners have the tools to turn this into a statement game and solidify their position in the standings. For the Kodiak Kings, this matchup is about redemption and re-establishing their dominance. After a turbulent start to the season, including a historic shutout loss, Captain Man-Bear has rallied his team to remain competitive in the standings. Known for their aggressive and physical style, the Kings will look to overpower the Submariners early and dictate the tempo of the game. This clash between two determined squads could have major implications for their trajectories moving forward. Match 3, Chronic Crusaders versus Maple Leaf Rush. In this David versus Goliath matchup, the Chronic Crusaders face an uphill battle against the league-leading Maple Leaf Rush. Captain Kofsey's team has struggled to find their rhythm this season, but that doesn't mean they're out of the fight. With a bronze medal already under their belt, the Crusaders have shown they're capable of competing with the best, but this game will require a flawless performance. For the Crusaders to pull off the upset, they'll need to focus on minimizing fouls, maintaining strong communication, and capitalizing on every opportunity the Rush give them. Meanwhile, the Maple Leaf Rush are in top form, riding the wave of their championship win in the Week 3 tournament. Led by Captain Nicky, the Rush have demonstrated a near-perfect blend of adaptability, precision, and teamwork, making them the team to beat this season. With their sights set on extending their undefeated streak, the Rush will aim to set the tone early and keep the pressure on the Crusaders. This game presents an opportunity for the Rush to reinforce their dominance, or for the Crusaders to shock the league with a statement win. Match 4, Ganja Guardians versus Blaze Battalion. The Ganja Guardians enter this matchup on a high note after their silver medal performance in the Week 3 tournament. Captain Crystal's team has been steadily improving, and this game offers a chance to build on their momentum. Known for their defensive prowess and ability to control the tempo of matches, the Guardians will need to bring their signature focus and discipline to outlast the battalion. A win here could help the Guardians climb further in the standings and solidify their position as one of the league's rising contenders. For the Blaze Battalion, this game is a critical turning point. Despite earning 2 bronze medals this season, they've yet to secure their first win, a situation that Captain Beanz is undoubtedly eager to change. The battalion have shown they're capable of competing at a high level, but late-game mistakes and inconsistency have held them back. This matchup represents an opportunity to break through and make a statement, but it will require a full team effort and the ability to stay sharp in key moments. This afternoon's games are set to bring intensity, drama, and no shortage of memorable moments. With the competition tightening and each team battling for their place in the standings, it's anyone's game. Stay tuned for all the action, updates, and expert analysis, right here on Dodgeball News Network.
Yes, let's go. We got some big games this afternoon. I'm looking forward to the Kings Submariners match. Oh, no. Good to go?
No, good.
Okay.
Just loud noises.
You're good.
All I got to say is consistency is king. We're on the rise. And I love you all, but Amber, us Bears can swim. Let's go. Us
So
Bears
I'm
can
gonna go. I'm going for the Titans,
swim.
Submariners, the Crusaders, and the Battalion. Let's go.
All right, so we got one thing in common today, Beans. I am going for the Crusaders. I am a big underdog fan. I am going for the Guardians, and of course, I'm going for my team, my new expansion team, the Kodiak Kings. Let's go. It's some exciting dodgeball this afternoon. I cannot effing wait.
All right, here we go.
And that wraps up this morning's edition of Dodgeball News Network. With the stage set for an intense afternoon of action, the energy here at Titan Coliseum is absolutely electric. Whether it's the Titans defending their home turf, the Rush looking to extend their dominance, or the Kings and Submariners battling for a critical win, this afternoon's games are shaping up to be unforgettable. Make sure to stay warm out there, Dodgeball fans, and join us back here at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to catch all the action live. We'll bring you every highlight, every clutch moment, and every game-changing play as it happens. Until then, stay safe, stay excited, and we'll see you this afternoon for more Dodgeball News Network.
Let's go. Much love, Dan. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday morning, brother. We'll see you later on Saturday.
Man, I love you, and I know I sound like such a hypocrite, but I know the Crusaders are playing the Rush. I've been a Rush fan since the beginning of the season, Beans. But I got to go for the Crusaders on this one because, as you know, I am an underdog fan. I'm going for the Guardians, the Crusaders, and the Kings today. No offense, Rush. I love you, but I think it's time for someone else to take over first place, and let's see what happens today and Saturday.
I'm excited for this afternoon. Standings are really getting shook up. There's a couple teams still tied. Blaze Battalion, don't bring it this afternoon, absolutely.
So I got to ask quickly, what game are you looking most forward to this afternoon?
Probably either the Kings Submariners or the Crusaders Rush, but obviously the Blaze Battalion games. But I like them when we play last because then I have an idea of where we stand going into the game.
I'm not even looking at standings. I'm looking at action and I'm looking at foul play. I'm going to go with Guardians Rush for I just think that's really going to toss up the standings if what I think is going to happen happens. I don't want to say
Crusaders Rush, you mean?
Yes, Crusaders Rush. I'm going for Crusaders. Sorry.
I wish the Crusaders were playing this week.
Yes, I do too.
I always love.
They always throw an axe into everybody's plans. No pun intended. Big pun intended. He was good. Big pun. What up? All right.
All right, everybody. We are 6 minutes out. We'll go ahead and say our farewells and smoke one more and call it a show.
As we roll into the end of the week, I hope you all have had an amazing week with us. I can't wait for what we have this afternoon with Dodgeball. And this evening, as always, it is Turf Wars. I am pumped. Are you pumped, Beanz? I am absolutely pumped. I hope you take some time today to do a little bit of self-care, whether it's meditate, listen to music, or I don't know, whatever is meditative to you. Much love, everybody. Do something nice for a stranger, and we will catch you this afternoon for some amazing dodgeball action. Let's go, Kings!
Much love, everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's been a great morning. Thank you, Vicki Bowers, for this day in history as always. Great Urban Meyer speech. I'm a huge Florida Gator fan, and he was prime Florida Gator coach when I was growing up, so I will always be a big fan of Urban Meyer. Great Dodgeball News Network. Much love, Dan. And I hope all of you are having an amazing, amazing morning. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been a great morning show. Much love, and make sure that you are following the whole Cove-TV production team. From the Man-Bear over there to the Sir Cops a lot to the Europe Entertainment and Kelsey Dabbs. And make sure you check out the Dabberchick Show every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time or 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Hey, what up, Lumberjack? Hope you're having a wonderful day, man. And make sure you're following Matt Productions. He's still on that drive for 1K, so let's help him get there. Every invite and share and follow helps out so very much. Man, I don't really know. It's been a dope-ass day. I can't say how much I appreciate each and every one of you who tune in every morning, and it's so great getting high and doing the cool fun shit. Until this afternoon, much love, everybody. We got Chilling in the Cove this afternoon. We'll play dodgeball, and yes, Turf Wars tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you come in and tune in. If you're not on a Turf War family, get in on a Turf War family. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, much love, everybody. As always, have an amazing day, and thank you for watching the morning show.
The morning started with a story to share. Vicki B's history brought us there. From lessons past to hope anew, the morning speaker shared wisdom too. Cove-TV's been your morning delight, bringing good vibes to start the day right. To all who watched and shared their time, you made this morning simply sublime. Simply sublime. Thank you for watching, you make it bright. Cove-TV brings the morning light. From Beanz to Man-Bear, we've shared the groove. With you, the mornings always improve. The mornings always improve. We started the day with coffee in hand, or maybe awake and bake, that's the plan. Your smiles, your laughs, your spirit so kind. You're the reason Cove mornings shine. From Beanz' beats to Man-Bear's cheer, the vibe we share is always clear. We're grateful for you, our audience so true. Cove mornings wouldn't shine without you. Wouldn't shine without you. Thank you for watching, you make it bright. Cove-TV brings the morning light. From Beanz to Man-Bear, we've shared the groove. With you, the mornings always improve. The mornings always improve. It's more than a show, it's a family we've grown. A place where positivity's always shown. With every sunrise, we'll meet anew. Cove-TV mornings are thanks to you. Thanks to you. because of you.
Much love, everybody. We'll catch you guys this afternoon. Stay warm out there. It's cold as fuck everywhere. Fucking it snowed in Texas and shit. Fuck's going on? Stay safe, everybody.